What's up, people? Welcome to Video Village, the show that takes you behind the scenes and into the lives of the content creators. I'm your host, Moski, and with me today is Miss Laura Poindexter and her executive producer, Bo, everything behind the scenes and in front of the scenes, Dexter Matthews. What's up, peoples?
Hey.
How you doing?
Good. Let me get into a little bit about you for people that don't know you or heard of you. Miss Laura is a native New Yorker, Harlem to be exact, now residing in Atlanta, GA. Laura started in the entertainment industry as an executive producer and founder of Literary Corner Blog Talk Radio. Laura has produced a total of 213 shows on TLC.
Yes.
We're going to get into that.
Yes.
This action initiated major growth for her career in the entertainment industry. As media correspondent, Laura has covered major entertainment events such as Raw, Artist Showcase at the historic Howard Theater in DC.
DC, what's up, DC? I'm rapping.
and Brothers Who Can Cook in Baltimore in 2015. She is a phenomenal host, dynamic speaker, profound Christian poet known as the Soul Writer. Laura has been featured in magazines, radio shows, and open mics. What's up, my peoples?
Hi.
Nah, let's get into the TLC thing. Like, what was that journey? Was that you worked for TLC, you interned, or what was it, that journey?
Yo, Mo, I'm gonna make it real short and to the point. When I did the Literary Corner, it was based on the fact that God had taken everything from me.
Wow.
I had lost my job, my husband, my house, I had lost everything. I was trying to get back on my feet.
Mm-hmm.
And God was saying the only way you're going to get back on your feet is by giving back. And I'm like, I don't have anything to give.
Mm-hmm.
He said, yes, you do.
Mm-hmm.
I started the Literary Corner. It started out with Christian ministry. Before we knew it, we was doing spoken word poetry. We was doing musical features, interviewing Chrisette, Michelle, Murphy Lee, Deb, Anthony, Loving Hip Hop. But I didn't see none of that, Mo.
Okay.
So God's saying, you want me to give somebody something when I ain't got nothing.
Mm-hmm.
But because of my obedience, I started the Literary Corner. And before I knew it, God just blessed it. And that kind of like opened the door for me in entertainment.
Word. That's what's up. I can see you are built for this entertainment, the energy and the vibrancy. Dex, now talk about your man's beside you, Mr. Dexter Matthews. What's up, man? What's going on?
Hey, I'm doing fine, brother. It's another Sunday, great Sunday.
Yeah. No, from New York as well?
No, sir. I'm from a little town called Ozark, Alabama.
Okay.
Never heard of it.
Matter of fact, I play a lot of college football games and Madden games. So
right.
the recruits that they generate be from like little small towns, and I heard of Ozark, Alabama.
All right. Yeah. Anyway, lived there all my life. Went to Carroll High School, of course.
Okay.
I did some time in the Air Force and retired out of the Army, and I'm also retired assistant fire chief.
Okay.
I met Laura about 2 years ago on a movie set.
Okay.
And I was kind of like coaxed into coming on board because they needed extra to play a bodyguard. So,
okay.
You know how the extra thing goes.
Yeah.
Once you get in there, you're like, all right, what is this about? And once I saw what everything was about, I'm like, man, I can do this. I kind of like, what's going on.
Yeah.
All the wheels, that turn, behind the camera and stuff. And I think it was probably 6 or 8 months after we met, she pitched the idea that she had for Choose This Day.
Before we talk about Tuesday, let's talk about the extra set. Okay, so Mo, it wasn't like one of these huge extras that come in. It was an indie, an independent film. So we're going to go ahead and get them a shout out. We're going to give them a shout out. Marvelous, yes. Marvelous. So it was an independent. So when it's an independent, depending on who is the writer, producer, director, you get like a family type environment.
Okay.
On the set of Marvelous, we really became family. So his extra experience was better than what he would have at the majors. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. Yeah.
All right. Like I said, my extra experience was really great during Marvelous. Then again,
plug.
It kind of gets not so marvelous, as you start, auditioning and you get to see a few things. But in all, it's been a great experience overall. I've done the extra scene, of course, with Greenleaf. I could see my bald head in the crowd. You know, if you look real, hard at the screen, and that scene, you can see my bald head. And
you tell your family members, pause right here.
Yes, I did. Hey,
on the screen.
I was freeze framing, bro. I was freeze framing. I was like, yeah, that's my head right there. But anyway, I went on to also do Tumbleton Road with Faye Walker Howell, another independent. It was actually based on a true story about her family during the sharecropper days.
Okay.
And the lynching that took place.
Okay.
And he's also out of Alabama as well. We did filming on location in Dothan, Alabama, and that was a great experience. Lovely woman. I went on to also become an extra in Inheritance that was just filmed in Birmingham, Alabama, and that it's in post-production right now. I play a campaign staffer.
Okay.
I'm presently working with the Wright brothers on one of their projects.
Okay.
It's called Coffee Talk.
Okay.
You'll be hearing a lot about this. I don't want to divulge too much because I don't know what I can and can't say.
Mm-hmm.
All I can say is these are some great brothers to work with. I mean, I liked them right away when I met them, and they're all about, the business, and they're all about, putting out a good product. So shout out to, Wright brothers.
Okay.
And I also play a college professor in another production that's in post-production, Southern Fried Rice, written by Nakia Stevens with Damn Right Originals. So shout out to Nakia Stevens and the Damn Right Originals team, doing some great things, and they're moving, man.
They I follow them on Instagram. They are doing some good things, and they creating a movement for the independent folks.
They're doing great. Mm-hmm. Now I can get to the story of when she pitched her idea of Choose This Day.
Okay.
It was like, I just have these thoughts, and I was fortunate enough for her to share it with me over the phone. And so she gave me the synopsis and everything, and, ran down, a couple of, the scenes, and I was like, wow, that's dope. And right away, I knew I wanted to invest in it, not for monetary gain, but because this is a story that has to be told.
Okay.
A really, really good story that looks at 3 stages in the life of a woman, i.e. soul writer, age 6, 21, and now. Mm-hmm. So it's something that is for everybody because, there comes a time when you have to choose, what path you're going to take. And so you have to be really mindful, of those paths. And this is going to be a very powerful short film. We filmed a music video prequel, which I'll let her talk about that.
Don't let Mo ask the questions. But no, the journey has been crazy though, Mo. It's crazy out here in what we do. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I just feel like we really need to support each other more.
Yeah.
We got multi-million-dollar pictures being made here in Atlanta, and the indies are still, they can't pay people, and the indies need this and that and the third. Yeah. And it's got to be a way for us to support each other a little bit better than what we're doing.
No doubt. Now, speaking of, speaking of your Choose This Day short film, I seen you won the award for the actual script at the film festival, Georgia Film Festival.
Mo, so everything that I'm doing is really divine because my history is in health and human services. I do have a strong business background. I think that does give me an edge when it comes to the business side of the industry. But God says, I know the end of a thing from the beginning. So he says, start at the end. I'm like, God, what are you talking about? He wanted people to recognize the writing. So the first award we won was the Independent International Film Festival in 2018. We won the gold.
Congrats.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Not even 30 days later, we got an official selection at the Hip Hop Film Festival in New York.
Congrats.
Still writing. And most recently, we just got Best Screenplay. This was not even a month ago. A month ago in the Georgia Short, You know, so I'm working on getting the writing recognized. I feel like if I get enough recognition for the writing, people will say, yeah, this film needs to be made.
Yeah.
So what else we did, because we needed to have solid experience, right?
Mm-hmm.
We did a music video, which we just screened at the Do-It-Yourself Film Festival. It introduces the theme, the central theme, some of the characters.
Okay.
And it gave us the practical experience of being able to say on set, cut, blocking. So we got to learn those things, because when you start dealing with these people and you playing with people's money,
yeah,
you gotta know what you're doing.
Yeah.
So that's what we just did, our actual movie short. And so that's in a couple of film festivals, but we just actually screened at the Do-It-Yourself Film Festival. Shout out to their whole team. Is great. Their whole team is great. I mean, they got people in the building. You know how we go to events and people be acting all, people was hugging, talking, passing out. Like, it was really, I'm so proud of what they did. Shout out, Do It Jack, Do It Jack!
That's what's up. Now the Choose This Day movie is in, you're raising money for it to shoot the short film, or it's already in the works?
Okay, so I don't want to divulge what my money strategy is. Okay. But Choose This Day will be available on Amazon Prime in a couple of days.
Oh, okay. So it's done. So it's shot already.
Yes, but see, we did that. We feel like an investor will take you so serious when they be like, oh, you wrote the script, you got awards, you screened a movie, you on Amazon. Oh, what you need? You understand? Yeah. So that's what we're trying to really build, investors package where investors will be fighting over us. So we just got accepted by Amazon. We had to do a caption thing where you have to do, well, we did everything. So it should be on Amazon in another couple of days. So yeah.
That's what's up. I'm talking to some big time folks.
Everyday people, bro.
Now, I also saw that you just started all this stuff at 50.
Yeah.
Tell me about that. Like, what did you do for the previous 49 years? What was that journey like?
I'm a recovering addict. I have 33, it'll be 34 years clean and sober. But I have a history of substance abuse. My dad died of a cocaine-induced stroke. His brother died of a heroin overdose. My son is currently addicted to opiates. I feel like I just was blessed. When I got clean, I stayed clean. I went back into my community. I've worked for Johns Hopkins Hospital, drug court, the Veterans Administration. I had a serious case of survivor's remorse. I went back into my community. I helped people get themselves together, and my life was extremely fulfilling. So when all of this happened, where I'm losing my job, I'm losing my husband, I'm losing my house, I'm like, God, what happened? I got clean. I'm doing yo, shorty. I did not understand that God was saying to me, I'm going to give you permission to do that thing you've always wanted to do, but it comes with a price. It comes with a price. And so if I would have come into the industry with everything that I had, I would have came in with a big chip on my shoulder. I had to be humbled. Okay. And so I lost everything. And in losing everything, I tried for about 2 or 3 years to get back on my feet. God would not let that happen. 3 years ago, he said, go to Atlanta. Now, I had come to Atlanta before to host, do fashion shows. You know, I did a big thing with Miss Deb. Shout out, Miss Deb. Loving hip hop. I love you so much. That's my girl. And I was like, okay. I got on a bus. I had $32 in my pocket and a promise to sleep on a friend of a friend's couch, Mo. Not the friend, but a friend of a friend. And I started doing my thing. I started out, I didn't have a professional headshot. I had the jacked up headshot I did with my phone. I didn't have no professional resume. But what I did have is I had some determination and I had life experiences. So you need me to show you pain? Oh, that ain't nothing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You need me to go deep? That ain't nothing. Because I done lived a whole lot of life.
Yeah, that's
and
what's up.
Shout out to Bobby Huntley. Bobby gave me my first role.
That's my dude right there. That's my dude.
Bobby Huntley gave me my first shot in a short film. And that opened a lot of doors for me because everybody knows who Bobby is.
Oh, yeah.
Shout out to Killer Mike. Mike, I did Netflix. I just came and started doing my thing.
Yeah.
And because I had no practical experience, no education, nothing, it was nothing but God.
That's what's up. Yeah, Bobby a good connect to have because that boy he that close. He about to take off. He about to bust through that door. That boy be on his hustle. So that's a good connect to have, Killer Mike, and you definitely got connected. You know what I'm saying? That's what's up.
I mean, but you know what, Mo? Like for me, honestly, I can be honest. Either you love me or you hate me. It ain't really a whole lot of gray area with me.
Yeah.
And I think that works in my favor with people who are sick and tired of the bullshit.
Yeah.
People that want the real, like, come here, Miss Laura. Yeah. Because in this industry, people blowing smoke all day, but they know, at least with me, what you see is what you get. And they take it at face value, and it's worked in my favor. Word.
When we emailed each other initially, your interview was supposed to be next Sunday because I initially had 3 interviews, but one dropped off. But even if I had all 3, I was like, because you were so crazy in your email, I was like, I got to carve out some time for this woman right here. It's about to be on and popping. Just from the words, I was like, this chick is crazy.
Oh, so, thank you, Mo. Thank you so much.
Glad it worked out. Now, Dex,
yes.
Were you late starter? Did you always?
Oh, very late. When I was, what was I, 55.
Okay.
I probably got the same story a lot of people have. I did the elementary school play. I did like a little play in high school. Never thought about going into that. Where I grew up, it was either you were a great athlete and you tried to get that scholarship, go to the military, or you were smart enough to, get that scholarship and go to college. Yeah. And we've had all of those, where I'm from in Ozark, Alabama.
Okay.
For me, it was start out college, but I went to Alabama State, HBCU, go Hornets.
Yeah.
Got married too early, and then I wound up going to the military. So that's how that story goes.
Okay.
Served 21 years, and I also got another skill in being in fire protection. So I took that as far as I could take that. And I wound up retiring as assistant fire chief with Department of Defense.
Okay.
But what she was saying about, just kind of like people love you or they hate you is so true. And that kind of helps me, like if I audition for something and I don't get it, it's okay because there's always something else, to go audition for. Yeah. You can't really take it personal,
Oh, no.
You just might be what they're not, you're not what they're looking for.
Yeah.
And you really can't take it personal, even though some people may have a tendency to get mean-spirited, and say, why are you even in acting, you need to go do something else. There are people like that, but you can't let that deter you from, following, your dream and what you want to do.
And you got to love it.
Yeah,
you got to love this bit. You got to love our business, Mom.
Oh, yeah, no doubt. I'm glad that you guys are sharing your story with the time that you guys started, because so many young folks have this thing, like, if I don't have this, and this at age 30, that life is over. But it's like 30 is mad young, 50 is mad young, 60 is, you know what I'm saying? It's like whatever time God has for you, that's the time. Like nobody knew of Red Fox in his 30s.
Wow.
We know him at Fred Sanford, 60, 70 years old.
Yeah.
George Jefferson, you know what I'm saying? It's Rodney Dangerfield. It's so many people that started late, and I'm glad that you guys have a hustle spirit You don't look a day over 35. You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
We're not gonna talk about feelings.
Look, you put on the shoulder pads right now and just get on that field.
And I'll probably be good in a pee-wee football game right now.
That's gonna be the next extra role for you. You know, some local football movie. I'm like, Dex, go ahead and get on this field right quick.
Right. I'll be the elderly gentleman that never played pee-wee football joining a team, a championship team.
So in this entertainment game, what is like the end goal? Is it like you want to be known for a certain expertise, or are you just trying to have your hands in everything from executive producing, acting, writing, directing? What's the end goal?
Well, I'll do it.
Go ahead.
All right. I come from a career field where you wear so many different hats. So I'm looking at it as learning as much as I can about everything, especially what goes on behind, the camera. Mm-hmm. And she's actually been instrumental in teaching me the business side of it, because you really have to be like cutthroat and stand your ground. Mm-hmm. And her being from Harlem, she
Harlem in the building. Harlem in the building.
Dex, what? I'm from Michigan, and you from Alabama. Why are New Yorkers so loud? Why are they so? They always feel like they gotta yell.
Yeah. Well, it's funny because I grew up down south, and I'm from a large family. It was 7 of us, right?
Yeah.
So there was a lot of yelling, so I think it kind of put me from meeting people from New York that were loud.
I don't know, but Mo, for me, I don't know what the end game is, but in my mind, I will always be in a teaching place, because that's my thing. I will always be in a teaching place. So when I get where I want to be, I'm going to be pulling people in. I'm going to be saying, okay, this is what you need to do, this, whatever. But I would like to do a franchise. I just don't want to make a movie. Because a lot of people just want to make a movie. Wow. Then what? Yeah. That's why I said I really don't want to share what the idea, what the plan is. But I plan to franchise what I'm doing, because in my mind, we have a lot of money here in Atlanta, New York, Los Angeles. Mm-hmm. We have a lot of filmmakers here in Atlanta, New York, and Los Angeles. Mm-hmm. You following me? Mm-hmm. So they franchise the Housewives, right? And they franchise Love and Hip Hop, right? So we need to be able to franchise something within what we're doing. So that's what I'm going for. I want to act. I also want to produce. I feel that I can do both equally well. Yeah. But whatever I do, I don't want any of it, number one, if it don't come from God. Mm-hmm. And I don't want any of it if it's not going to help me help somebody else. Mm-hmm. So, you understand? And being able to stand on that makes me feel real confident with what I do. I don't have a problem. Like I say all the time, there is nothing in my past that I need to go back for. Mm-hmm. There is nothing in my present that I can't walk away from. And there is nothing in my future that I'm thirsty for. So I can stay right here until God do what he got to do. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But I'm feeling really excited.
Now with your experience on, the past that you've had, has that been an inspiration? Like, have you had stories like feature-length scripts or short scripts that you have written based on the experience of your past that has come to mind?
That's a good idea. Good question. Well, Choose This Day is about my life. Okay. Once we do the movie, because that's the next thing we're going to do, is the Choose This Day movie short. Okay. We're going to leave you, that's going to leave you satisfied, but it's going to leave you with more questions than answers, because we would like to do it as an episodic. So that is on my life. Okay. God has given me already another script, full length, and the title of it is Too Holy for Hollywood. Okay. Are we about to go deep? So most of my stories will always be, I'm not looking for a story. They're in me. Okay. Yeah, okay. So I hope that answers your question. My stories are in me.
I'm looking for that romantic comedy between you and your boy right here, you know.
Oh, it'll be a lot of laughs. Oh no, he didn't. It's just life, man.
Yeah, I feel you.
I heard of the book Men Are From Mars, Women Are From Venus. I don't remember who it was by, but it's like two separate worlds, but yet they come together and, you know, they can create something, you know, great.
Yeah,
so we just got different ways of doing things, but it all works out.
Cool. Now, Laura, you've also done red carpet interviews and live interviews and stuff like that. Has there ever been a moment, and we see it all every year with the Oscars and all red carpet shows, where something on live TV is just like, oh man, why I say that? Has there ever been a moment where you asked the wrong question, or you was like in your back of your head, you like, why did I say that? Or
of course, absolutely, because you get nervous. Okay, I'm gonna give you one most recently. Mm-hmm. So we just did the Georgia Shorts Film Festival. And they granted us permission to do their interviews, but it was at the brewery. So by the time I started interviewing people, I was like 2 sheets in the wind. So, Mo, thank God for Cliff and Splice. I mean, my word was, I was like, Father Chip rolling short film. I was like, Lord. And him, every time I turned around, he knows that I'm like, if we win, I gotta go up there and the people gonna call my name. Every time I look, he like, here going number B. I'm like, damn, what you...
He was doing that on purpose. You set her up.
Yeah, relax.
It happens all the time. The great thing about it is that you just tell your cameraman, keep it rolling. You try to pick it back up. But that was the last one. I told him, welcome to the woo. I was jacked up, but it happens all the time. It's all in good fun. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Would you say note to self, don't do that again before live interviews?
Do that again.
Eat something.
Oh, you did this on an empty stomach?
Well, we got a little chicken wings, but like I'm saying, the festival is inside of the brewery. You gotta hear me, Mo.
Yeah. All right, let me get into my filmmaker quote of the day from Francis Ford Coppola, writer-director from the Godfather trilogy. He says, "There's nothing creative about living within your means." Now, for the both of you to make that trip from New York, Alabama to Atlanta, what was the risk? What did you leave behind? And just what was that journey like to take that leap of faith to get to Georgia?
I had a lot of help from the military and being stationed abroad. And I did live in Panama City for about 18 years. Okay. This guy named Hurricane Michael said, hey, you got to move. So he packed up my house and took it, and here I am in Georgia.
Okay.
Yeah, that was really deep. I, of course, from New York, I don't know anything about hurricanes. So when we went to see his house, he kept saying, I'm going. I'm like, you're not going down there like it's a hurricane. And they weren't letting people in. But I'm telling you, Mo, when we got down there, I never
the tree. Yeah.
Oh my God.
The tree line looked like someone took like boxes of toothpicks and just dumped them all on, a table. And you know how haphazard, that looks? Yeah. Just haphazard and twisted metal, demolished houses and people living in tents. The apartment complexes that were totally demolished. Yeah. I still have my son, Bray. Shout out to Bray.
Hey, Bray. He does let me just give a shout out to him. His son did our cover and we did that. Bray. Yeah.
He's a photographer and editor of sorts, and he's still in Panama City with his brother. They're trying to make a go of it, but it was devastating. Yeah. And I think that was really God's way of putting me here, because I was actually traveling from Florida up here for work. Okay. So it was kind of like, all right, got to audition, all right, I'll come up here and do this, and this day I'll head back down. Yeah. So God is like, look, this is what we're going to do. bam, house gone.
Wow. What else you gonna do, right?
you can't argue with that, you know. So it's like, okay, you want me to move?
Yeah.
You could have told me a lot nicer, but you know, okay, I get it. Okay,
push you on out there.
Right here, you know, you want to go over there. And it was a scary transition because, like I said, I've only been in this for 2 years. I'm accustomed to having, you know, the 9 to 5 and, you know, having, you know, that certainty of, you know, going in, you know, working the paycheck.
Yep.
Out here, like she said, you have to really love what you do.
Yeah.
Shout outs to the young people that, you know, got into it early and are loving it and they got a passion for it. Speaking as ex-military and ex-firefighter, sky's the limit of how far, you know, you want to go with it.
Wow.
I see so much talent here, not just acting, but the writing, the filmmakers. That was one thing that I saw at the do-it-yourself filmmaking event.
We gotta keep shouting them out, man. They were dope.
Everybody's work was outstanding. When I say I became a fan of every filmmaker, every actor, and every writer at that place,
yo, Mo, every film was. When does that happen?
Yeah.
There was not one that I did not like. There was not one actor that I did not like. They brought it, man. I mean, all of them were outstanding.
That's what's up. And that festival is based here in Atlanta?
That's based here in Atlanta. Do it, Jack. Do it, Jack. Do it, Jack. I know you're going to check it out, Mo. It's Do It Yourself Film Fest. You know, they have it. This was the second one. Second annual.
Okay.
I would recommend that to not just newbies, because there's one young lady this film would have been her 13th film that she's done, and she just made an announcement that she got in content creators, which is huge.
Yeah.
Which we didn't get in, but we all right with that.
Yeah.
But she got in content creators. So what they did with being able to have a level of people with mad experience, and then somebody like me that's a newbie, I would recommend that film festival to anybody.
Okay.
It's really good, not expensive to enter.
Yeah.
Tickets weren't expensive. If you wanted to bring people out, they did that thing. So we got to keep shouting them out.
Okay. That's what's up. Yeah, I'm definitely going to look them up.
You definitely have to. For me, coming here was no choice. It was a no-brainer. God told me to come. My grandson, who I love so much, what's up, Jalen? That was the only reason I would have stayed in Maryland, because I was raised in New York, but I was living in Maryland at the time. Okay. The same reason that I would have stayed is the same reason why I had to leave.
Yeah.
He needed, if nobody else, he needed to see that this grind does not stop.
At all.
If my grandmother started acting at 50, I can do anything. So the reason I would have said is the same reason I left. So yeah.
Hashtag old lady gang on the come on. We're gonna get into my segment 60 frames a second, and this is the segment I'm gonna hit you with something just off the top, and you got 60 seconds or less to tell me why Soul Plane is your favorite movie.
Oh, okay. All right. One of the reasons why it is my favorite movie is because it shows that Black people gonna have a party no matter where they go, and it don't matter how many feet up in the air. We party like rock stars. That's one of the reasons why it's my favorite movie. You.
John Witherspoon, young Kevin Hart, Snoop Dogg, and a cast of some of my favorite actors. Too many to name, but those three right there, they are my favorites for one reason or another.
Word up, hood classic.
Yeah, that's what the Soul playing, Mom.
Well, we gonna get into That's a Wrap, where we shout out your social media. So give everybody your contact, your social, how they can hit you, how they can find you. Boom, the floor is yours.
Okay, let me go really, really quick, because first I need to shout out the Atlanta Black Film Festival. It's in September. It's a 4-day event. Miss Racine got everybody in the building, y'all. She got film from all over, entertainment from all over. The tickets are on sale now. Atlanta Black Film Festival. 4-day event. You need to check that out. I need to shout out Lando King and Aspire, the new film that we're going to start reading for very, 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 very soon. Hagism. Thank you so much for thinking about Miss Laura. Hagism. So let me see. Shout out to KL Management, who manages Chantel, who is the star in my movie Choose This Day music video. Chantel, she just got a new single out called Heed That. So check that out. You can reach me on Facebook at Laura Poindexter, on Instagram at The Soul Writer 1, on Twitter at Miss Resourceful, and if all else fails, Google me, baby. Laura the Soul Writer Poindexter. Boom.
Tough one to follow, but I want to give a shout out to the casting crew of Choose This Day.
Yes.
Special shout out to my Air Force brother, Roy Coulter, and his lovely wife. Great people. Me and Roy hit it off right away. He plays my nemesis. He plays Amalek, a demon, and I play Graville, the guardian angel. So we hit it off right away, believe it or not. So I can be found at Dexter.Matthews on Instagram. I can be found at Dexter Matthews on Facebook. Also like to give a shout out to my son Bray, my sons Kyle, Jeremy, and Bartice, and all my grandchildren, Naraya, Natisa, Granddad loves you. Shout out to Isaiah, and shout out to Jamari, and I did this with my son Bartice, didn't I?
You mentioned all them badass.
But anyway.
And before we go, Dex, I see Isaac Hayes biopic, lead role for you.
Yes.
Thank you, Mo. Thank you for having us.
Yes, thank y'all for coming on. This has been a pleasure, a joy. The time went so fast because I just knew off the jump y'all was going to be live. And thank you so much for taking this time out your Sunday. And get back to your grind. Y'all rest today. Get back to the grind Monday morning. I'm glad to have introduced myself to you and known both of y'all.
It's a pleasure to meet you,
Thank you, Mo.
Yeah, y'all gonna do big things,
so
man. And I can't wait to see y'all at the top. And I'm glad I'm able to access y'all through email now before it gets to 5-6 different people before I have to
That's right. Speak that and I like, but don't forget Choose This Day, the music video coming to you on Amazon Prime. So check that out too. But Mo, thank you.
Word up. This has been Video Village. Thank y'all, and we are out.